Today, we're going on an exciting adventure with Adam and his family. They are about to begin a journey of discovery. Listen carefully, enjoy the story, and improve your English. Our story starts in a quiet old house. Adam and his wife Sarah are cleaning the attic with their children, Leo and Emma. It's a dusty place full of forgotten things. Suddenly, Leo shouts, "Look what I found!" He holds up a small, heavy box. Adam takes the box and opens it carefully. Inside, there is a strange stone piece. It's not just a rock. It has a unique shape and a beautiful, intricate symbol carved on it. Wow! "What is this?" Emma asks, her eyes wide with wonder. Sarah looks at the stone. "I've never seen anything like it," she says. "It looks very old." Adam holds it up to the light. The symbol seems to glow faintly. The family feels a sense of mystery and excitement. What could this strange stone be? Where did it come from? They decide to find out more. The family spends the next few days researching the stone. They look in books and search online, but they can't find anything about the symbol. It seems to be completely unique. One evening, Adam finds a small, faded note at the bottom of the box. It has a name and a phone number. Professor Alistair Finch. Adam decides to call the number, but it doesn't work. He then searches for the professor online and finds an email address for his old university department. He writes an email, attaches a photo of the stone, and explains how they found it. He doesn't expect a quick reply, but he feels hopeful. A week passes, and they almost forget about the email. Then, one morning, the phone rings. "Hello, may I speak with Adam?" a voice asks. The voice is calm and professional. "This is Adam speaking," he replies. "My name is Sophia," the caller says. "I am the assistant to Professor Rivera. We received your email about a stone piece. Professor Finch passed away some years ago, but he left his research with us. We believe your stone is part of an ancient puzzle, a puzzle that leads to a hidden location in Peru." Adam is shocked. Peru. He calls Sarah, Leo, and Emma to listen. Sophia continues, "Professor Rivera would like to meet you. The puzzle is very important. It's a piece of lost history. Can you come to Peru?" The family looks at each other, their faces a mix of surprise and excitement. An adventure was calling. After a long family discussion, they make a decision. They are going to Peru. The idea is a little scary, but incredibly exciting. They pack their bags, making sure the precious stone is safe. Leo can't stop talking about jungles and ancient ruins. Emma brings a notebook to write down everything she learns. The flight to Peru is long, but the family is full of anticipation. They land in Cusco, a city high in the Andes Mountains. The air is thin and cool. Outside the airport, a woman is holding a sign with their name on it. It's Sophia. She smiles warmly. "Welcome to Peru," she says. Sophia drives them to a small hotel. From their window, they can see the beautiful green mountains. The next morning, they meet Professor Rivera. He is an older man with kind eyes and a deep knowledge of history. "Thank you for coming," he says. "And thank you for bringing this." He looks at the stone with great interest. The professor lays the stone on a large map of the region. He explains this is one of 3 pieces. We have the other 2. For years, we couldn't understand the complete map. Your piece is the key. He places 2 other stone pieces next to theirs. They fit together perfectly, forming a circle with a complex pattern in the middle. "Now, we have the map," the professor says, pointing to the lines on the stones. "But there is still a puzzle. The inscription says, 'Where the sun sleeps, the path reveals itself.' What could it mean?" The family, the professor, and Sophia spend the afternoon thinking. "Where the sun sleeps," Emma repeats thoughtfully. "Does that mean at night? Or maybe at sunset?" Leo suggests. "The sun goes down like it's going to sleep." "That's a great idea, Leo," says Professor Rivera. "The light matters. Let's try it." That evening, they take the stone puzzle to a high point overlooking a valley. As the sun begins to set, its last rays hit the stones. Suddenly, a thin beam of light shines from the center of the puzzle. It points directly to a specific spot on a distant mountain. There, Sophia exclaims, "That's where we need to go." The next day, they journey to the location. It's a difficult hike, but their excitement keeps them going. They find a hidden cave entrance covered by vines. Inside, it's dark and cool. They use flashlights to see. The cave walls are covered with ancient paintings, telling stories of a long-lost civilization. At the end of the cave, there is a stone altar, but there is no gold, no jewels. Leo looks disappointed. "Is this it?" "There's no treasure." Professor Rivera smiles gently. "Oh, but there is, Leo. The real treasure is not gold. It is history, it is knowledge. It is this connection to the people who lived here thousands of years ago. We thought their stories were lost forever. Now we can share them with the world. That is the real discovery." The family understands. They look at the paintings on the wall with new eyes. They feel proud to be part of this incredible discovery. The journey taught them that the best treasures are the ones you carry untailed in your hands, the memories you make, and the knowledge you gain. Now, let's practice some vocabulary from our story. The first word is symbol. A symbol is a shape or sign that represents an idea. The stone had a strange symbol on it. Next, pattern. A pattern is a design that is repeated. The 3 stones formed a beautiful pattern. Our third word is puzzle. A puzzle is a problem that is difficult to understand or solve. The family had to solve the puzzle of the stones. Next, ancient. Ancient means very, very old, from a long time ago. They found an ancient cave. And our final word, discovery. A discovery is the act of finding something that was not known before. Finding the cave was an amazing discovery. Great job listening today. I hope you enjoyed the family's adventure in Peru. Every journey, big or small, teaches us something new. So keep learning and keep discovering. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more English stories.